my number one booking tool. Cookware is the most important tool in my kitchen. And lastly, no one does cookware like the pampered chef.
No one does cookware like the pampered chef.
Very good. These are my beliefs. What are your beliefs? I want you to know that I have polled my hosts through the years. And one thing that I have found is that, well, they tell me that when they have our cookware in their kitchen, it's the number one product that makes them cook a little bit more for their families. The second is the cutlery. Of course, we have that too, right? So that's good. So this season is the perfect season to put cookware in the forefront at your shows. And I know we were talking about my sales, my show averages. The reason that is because cookware is the center of all of my cooking shows. So I'm going to try to give you some tips on that. We have some new additions in our cookware line this year, so that allows you to really bring cookware to the forefront. And also what you're going to see a little bit later is the cookware layout in the catalog is just stunning. And I think that's going to be really important, especially for our new consultants. So here's a few things that we've done. We now have a stainless steel saute pan set. So these are not new pieces. We have them in our line, but you can purchase as a set the 8 and 10 inch stainless steel saute pans and save $33.
Nice.
You will also find that you can purchase the 5-piece set, or your customers can purchase the 5-piece set of stainless steel cookware, and what they're going to get as a bonus is a free 8-inch saute pan in stainless steel, which is a $62 value. Now, I might say something like this at my show. With these special offers, we've become competitive in the marketplace for all our buying customers who often find offers like this at companies like Williams and Sonoma. But where we blow it out of the water is that with the Pampered Chef, we combine the quality of our cookware with our fantastic host program. So now you can get your cookware pieces for free or at half price with our host program. None of our competitors offer that, but the Pampered Chef. There's one thing that I'd like you to remember about the stainless steel cookware. Because when you're at your shows, you don't want to overload people with information. So there's a few key things that I'm going to just put in your brain that maybe you can bring up at your shows. Now when it comes to the stainless steel cookware line, it's the 3-ply construction. And that is your heat conductor, your aluminum, is sandwiched between 2 layers of stainless steel throughout the entire pan. What you'll find in the marketplace is the same type of cookware, but only an aluminum disc on the bottom. That's very common, and that is what most of people who are buying stainless steel with other companies is really purchasing. And what that means is the sides of the pan do not conduct the heat the same as the bottom, and that's where we excel. What that will do with other cookware is when the food touches the sides, it's going to burn, and it's not going to cook the same way as the food that's on the bottom. Okay? The other thing, Heather talked about how you should ask your customers what they're looking for. I always recommend the stainless steel cookware collection for anybody who you know wants to just put every single thing that they own in the dishwasher. Okay? But also remember to let them know that they might want to add a couple pieces of executive cookware to their line, because to their kitchen rather, because they need an egg pan or a griddle for those more delicate breakfast foods. So you've got to let them know that, or they might not be too happy with just having their stainless steel cookware set. Okay, here's, and of course it's got a lifetime guarantee, so that's always something that you want to put out there in front of our customers. And they'd be crazy. They'd be crazy not to have our set at the host prices that we can give them. So, how do we recommend the executive line, or what do you say to, you know, get people interested in the nonstick cookware? Well, here's a couple of things. For your customers who like easy cleanup, the executive line is going to be the line that you're going to want to put them into, because of course it's very, very easy to clean up. Also, the coating on the executive cookware, it's called DuPont Autograph Commercial. And this is a coating that is the toughest in the marketplace. And we actually put it on our cookware. So when you get a chance, look at some of the other cookware sets or some of the magazines that you might come across. You'll find all kinds of different ways that they talk about their nonstick cookware. Do they put DuPont Autograph 2 Commercial on their cookware? No. And it's probably because it isn't. So you have that in your back pocket. You can say we have the best because it's identified right on the cookware. That's why we can give it a lifetime guarantee. So those are a couple of easy things that you can remember and say when you talk about the executive cookware. Of course, oven safe is one thing to mention about the executive cookware. I don't ever think anybody in my audience at my cooking shows, when they see the Stay Cool silicone handles, knows that this cookware goes in the oven. And so you want to bring that up too, because in today's cooking world, a lot of recipes have to be finished in the oven, they have to be slow cooked, they have to be braised. And so the fact that you're offering a cookware set that's oven safe, despite these handles to 400 degrees, is something that's really, really important. Other key is it has to be hand washed, right? And no use of aerosol cans. So you're always going to want to recommend with the nonstick cookware that they drizzle their oil in, that they use a pastry brush if they're working with a grill pan, things like that. Okay? So that's just a few little things just to tuck in the back of your head. Now it's time to talk about the shining star for this season in our new cookware line. And it is the 12-inch steamer insert. Okay? So this piece is going to go in your stir fry. It's going to go in both of your family skillets, whether it be your stainless or your executive. And it's going to also fit nicely with the lids on all of your cookware.
What?
So here, let's talk about a few of the details. Sells for $150, but unlike the stainless steel cookware, it has a 5-year guarantee.
Really? I didn't know
It
that.
also has the tri-ply construction that our stainless steel cookware has, and it's dishwasher safe, which is another nice feature. Stay cool handles, similar to our executive line. So is anyone right now having an aha moment? It should be, boy, I can get on the phone with everybody who has an executive skillet, who has family skillet, who has a stir fry skillet, right? And recommend that they add this to their cooking line. In fact, I tried it out yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, I'm losing track of time. But I sent one of my really good customers who loves our cookware, and you're going to be so proud of me, so I know how to do the scan, the QR scan. Yay! So I text her the link to the QR code.
Oh, yay!
I'm getting it all right, right? Good, right? And so she watched the video right on her phone, and she texts me back. She goes, "Oh my God, I'm obsessed with that piece. Gotta have it." So, and I do recommend those personal reaching out to people. If you're, instead of the group Facebook post, text them the link to that code. Let them watch this piece in action.
Just tell them to go get the code. They don't understand. They probably don't know.
We'll talk about that. You're gonna see it in the catalog, so you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. But that's some of the fun things you're gonna be able to do with the new, the way the catalog is set out. Okay, so how do you create the want for this piece? Well, let's say for all the cookware, okay? The way that you're gonna do that is, first of all, the trends in the marketplace. And this is something that Pampered Chef is telling us. They do all the research, they provide it with us. You guys have to be proud out loud with the about the information that they're giving us. So really, the trends are, and Marie talked a little bit about this too. Healthy eating, big. The economical advantages of cooking a meal at home, in addition to the longevity of your life, which I'm now going to add to that. I read an article that said if you cook, you're going to put a minimum of $4,000 a year back in your budget.
Another thing.
Okay? And the huge popularity of the home gardens. And what about these produce clubs? All my friends are, from the gym, are all members of these organic produce clubs. They go pick up their basket, every month, and come home with a huge load of fresh produce to prepare. Gotta have the steamer insert. Okay? No fat when you cook with this. All the nutrients are retained in your vegetables. You're not tossing them out in the water. I can remember my grandmother would boil and boil and boil and boil the broccoli until it was all mush.
Yeah.
And then throw the water out, and then we're having broccoli. So, that's just weighing me down. And moisture, poaching. When you steam and poach salmon or chicken, it's going to be moist, it's going to be tender. So, okay, so here's the key. This large surface allows you to do family-sized portions in a single layer. That's where you get the bang for your buck. Also, you can steam a whole entire meal with this pot. And you'll see in the catalog later that they have potatoes simmering in water under here. On top, your chicken, your vegetables, all coming out to one great meal or one salad that you may be making. Okay? So that's the key to the size of this, the single layer, and also to be able to do a whole meal. That will probably be a little more visual. This is what we sell now for $17. So this is a great thing to have for someone who's cooking for one. But if you've ever used a product like this in one of your saucepans, what you'll find is that the vegetables pile on top of one another. And so you've got mush on the bottom and undercooked on top. So, when someone says, well, why should I buy that when I can buy that for $17? That's why. The volume, the entire meal, and also the even cooking results by having everything spread out.
Tina, do the lids for each of the pans underneath fit on top of the steamer?
Yes. No matter if it's this lid or that, they're all going to fit on it. Good question. I can't wait to try it with mussels, little neck clams, crab legs, and here's a fun little thing that you can do. Of course, just water, okay, is fine. But what about infusing the water with slices of lemon, rosemary, shallots, white wine? Awesome. That's all going to seep into and steam your fish or your vegetables or whatever it might be that you're cooking. So everybody sees the difference in the value between these two, right? Okay, you know how to sell one versus the other. All right. All right, so here's the action plan I recommend. All right, now this is how you get the big sales and the bookings. Doesn't just come my